Oh, wait, there.
Can you hear me?
Oh, look, you are nice and bright,
I
aren't
can't
you?
hear you for some reason. It says
Oh,
turn up the
wait, let me see.
volume. So let me see there. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Mhm. I've never had someone go into the waiting room at the beginning, so I wasn't expecting that. Dang.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. So now I
you're good. You're good.
kind of follow directions to get us to Facebook because it asks me when I come on. That's when it says, let's go to Facebook. So let me just see if
Yeah, so that stopped working for all of us. That's why we cannot do streaming to Facebook anymore.
I just
So
did it last week. I just did it last week. I did it
that's
with my
awesome. Maybe they put it back. That would be
it was
amazing.
there. It was literally there when I signed on, but you were in the waiting room. And so that is what's not happened. So I think we're going to try to come back on and I'm going to turn off I think I'm going to create one really quickly again and send you another link and make sure that I
Okay.
look and see that it's not in the waiting room. So let me oh, here's the live stream button right here. Hold on. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. We're good. It's right in front of me. Okay. All right, so let me see if this actually does what it's supposed to do. Sometimes the volume does weird things, but I've got my phone off, so it doesn't matter. But I want to check on my phone when it goes and make sure that it looks okay. So I'm going to turn on my phone and off the volume because I did that wrong last time. You look beautiful.
So
I'm
do
in,
you. I love the
I'm
lighting.
in my Kristen lighting. I'm
I have
pulling my
my Kristen lighting back there, but I never turn it on.
this
I bought the
room.
same thing.
Oh my God, this room has the worst lighting. So I was like, Kristen, send me exactly what you do. And this now I'm going to be, because this is the first time I've used it. Now I'll be able to use it and not have to go stand in my bathroom every time I do a live because it's my only good lighting in the house, which is crazy. Okay. So I'm going to stream this to Facebook and I think it's going to ask me for the title and all that stuff.
I'm
So
gonna
it'll take,
pull up Facebook too,
yeah,
just so I can
definitely.
see comments.
Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go. I'm going to hit it. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Continuing as Blair. This is what it did last time. Okay. Now I got to do a title. Okay.
It's
Live.
amazing because I didn't know it stopped working a while ago. So this is great.
Better. It's so much better now. It's so much easier. I
Oh,
think they fixed it. Okay, live with my CEO, live with the founder. I think that sounds better. The founder of Bellame, Melissa Thompson. And we're also at the end I've got everything for the edit because it's such an anti-aging edit, and this will help people sell the edit too. I'm like, we can do it all. Thompson,
I
T-H.
love it. I will follow your lead. I will say whatever you need. And I
Super
just
excited.
figured we'd impromptu this because we both love to talk Bellamy. So,
This is my thing. Okay, here we go. We're going live.
okay. Are we going?
It's streaming. Here we go. Here it goes.
Very nice. I'm pulling up. It's on your page, right?
Yeah, it's on my main page. I don't know how to do it to two, or I would. All right. Can you hear me okay still?
I can hear you perfectly. I don't see you on your page, but maybe.
Okay, I'm going to look and see.
Oh, there it is. It says live. Oh, there we are. Woo!
Hey, now we've just changed the whole company. We can do this live on Facebook. And
Two Gen Xers got it. Right? I love it. I love it.
I love Okay, so it seems like it was easier when I was actually looking at my Facebook page and turning off the volume here. So I'm going to hold tight, turn off the volume, and I'm going to go to my Facebook page, see if this works
That's what
okay.
I'm doing too.
Just 1 second. Okay, can you hear me still or no?
I
No.
can hear you perfectly. I can hear you.
Let me go back. All right, I'm back. Can you hear me now? Okay.
I can.
Okay, we're just going for it. We're
And
up.
that's okay because it takes people a few seconds to for it to log on. So that works beautifully.
I'm just
There
so
we go.
so excited to be here. I'm just going to pay attention to you and not pay attention to whatever's going on Facebook. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Oh goodness.
Oh,
Okay, so
there we go.
there we are.
Did
Ah,
we
see,
freeze?
I had to figure this out last time, how to listen. Let's see. It seemed like it was going more live. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn that off. Okay, I'm just not going to pay attention to anything. So I know we're live. I know we're here. I know we're together. I'm super excited.
I'll look at comments for us. I'll look at comments in case I see anything.
Okay, that's great. That's great. All right. So this is like such an exciting day to be able to come live and get to share with you the gold that I found in this beautiful woman who has been incredibly embracing in just the excitement that I had and the excitement that she had for me possibly coming here. It took a minute. I remember when I was coming and thinking about it, and there was just no pressure of anything, but I just saw so much potential here because of Melissa. And I really wanted her to be able to share with my network all the goodness that I saw. I will tell you, I have prayed for a female owned and operated company. And of course, it's her and her amazing husband, who I have not had the pleasure to meet yet, but we'll get to meet him in just a few weeks on our
Soon.
first trips to California. One of our first trips earned, and it was mind blowing to me that the month I got here, I earned a trip to Mexico, a beautiful trip, like to a resort I've been to that I was super excited to be going back to, but I didn't even know I earned it. And it's just been amazing how organically it's happened here. And I give a lot of credit to you, but I give a lot of credit to this. I'm so grateful for this beautiful life-changing concoction that has helped so many hundreds, if not thousands of people all over with their health, with their wellness, just to feel better. I mean, obviously we're not claiming it's the miracle juice, but for us it is. It does differently for everyone. But when I said yes to Bellame, I knew that this was a heart-centered leader that I could identify with, I could relate to. This beautiful soul does not just talk about an opportunity, she created it. She is truly a powerhouse. If you read about her, if you look her up, she is a powerhouse and she is a leader in this industry. Her energy is like right up there with mine. And you guys know I'm hyper as all get out. And it's, we can bounce off of each other. Her vision is so creative and so bold. And her impact has just been beautiful on so many women's lives that have come over here for many different reasons. But number one is just her heart. So today is just a heart to heart. We're going to have a heart to heart, a little bit about the past, the present, the future of just this industry of dreamers, right? It's an industry of dreamers. So I think as we start, Melissa, I just want you to share, like you were like me, you were a young mom when you started in this industry. You actually started like me in the industry, and that really attracted me because when someone understands what goes on behind the scenes, it makes them way more knowledgeable about how to make things flow seamlessly and just the highs and lows, the peaks and valleys. But if you will just kind of start with where you started and, just how you fell into direct sales and how you ended up working for, and tell us about the few different companies that you worked for, so that we'll understand your credibility and your past that brought you to today and to Bellamy.
I would love to, but first of all, congratulations. Isn't it your 5 month? Or not the 5 month? Isn't it your third month?
It's my today. This is starting my 6th month.
6 months, 6 month. So fifth month complete. Fifth month on the fifth. And before we even can go on, before anybody learns anything about me, I just want to say that it has been such a pleasure partnering with you, and for all your team who might be joining in or anybody looking to hear about our brand, what we're doing together. It has been a blessing to partner alongside you because you get it. You get the industry, you understand it. We've been in it about the same amount of time, and I'll share my history and all that kind of wonderful stuff. But it really is. I learned a long time ago, you need three things to build a business in this industry. And I learned this 30 years ago. You have to have the mindset, you have to have the heart for it, and you have to have the fire in the belly. And when I met you, Blair, you have all three of those times about a billion. So it's been a wonderful thing to witness as I share a little bit about the brand, I'll continue looking to see if there's questions. But I really think so much of why I started it and my story relates to so much of how you started the industry as well. And I think number one, we have to remember there are so many people just like us in our exact spots who need the beauty that this business gives. So I'm grateful to be here. It has been a long journey, almost 30 years. And let's put it this way. I joined when my daughter was a baby and she is turning 30 actually next month, and she's our director of events. So more on that too, because we truly are just a big Bellamy family. I joined the industry of direct selling, social selling, whatever anybody wants to refer to it as, back in the day when she was tiny. And I didn't want to go back to work. I didn't know what to do. And I grew up in Texas. I'm born and raised in Texas, but I was living in California. And that's a whole long story that I'd love to share, but for another time. But it sincerely was Avon that fell in my lap in those days, back in the day. And I had already started an advertising business so that I could work my own hours. It's a crazy story in itself. I used to be an account exec at a garbage company, ended up going into advertising so I could be with my baby. And I think that is the number one thing that still resonates with so many people today. I did it because I didn't want to leave her at daycare. I did it because I just wanted to be present. And quite frankly, I couldn't live without her. So it really was that moment that I was searching for something, and that was not in my lap at the time. So I created something and found Avon by chance. I ended up loving it. I'm a people person. I love making people feel good. And so I ended up, even though I was trying to have this other business and have the baby with me, I ended up selling so much Avon. And I just did it to test my advertising. A very long story short, the company offered me a position at the time. This is old Avon before it, was taken apart and all that kind of stuff. There were 2,000 people in the field across the country who literally train people. We were district managers. We train people how to sell, how to recruit, how to build teams about the product. And I joined the corporate team and did that. And the rest is kind of history. I ended up staying with the company for some time. I became a division manager and all those other things. And I left Avon for a little bit. I was hired by a company who wanted to build their own brand and do their own thing. And there's so much to my history in this business. I'll tell you, one day I would love to write something on it, because it's such a big, beautiful industry with so many incredible people out there. But I ended up leaving Avon. I went to work for Manna Products, who they're one of the world's largest manufacturers of products. And that really, and I'm talking top end lines and everything else in New York. And I ended up falling in love with the product development side a little bit, little by little. Ended up going to Shackley, which is an incredible company. And I always feel blessed because I always tell people I was with the world's first direct selling company, which is, Avon. And then I was with the world's first true network marketing company, which was Shackley. So I always felt like I got the best of both worlds, of the heritage, of the incredible products and propositions. So very fortunate. But then God sent me on a different path, and I ended up going back to Avon, believe it or not. I traveled a lot. There's a whole other story there. But I ended up working for Stella and Dot family of brands, which for many years I sat in many boardrooms across the country where people would discuss the innovation and the proprietary technology they had. They were like one of literally less than a handful of companies who had their own platform and tech. So I say that because in my 30 years, I've experienced the best of the best. But to have had the heritage of truly what I feel the entire industry was built on, which is the heart of the person that's out there selling and representing a brand, and that I received from Avon to Shackley, which was like the start of, I think, the beautiful portion of network marketing and what could be offered in building businesses and mentoring others, to the Stella and Dot family of brands, who was just known for their innovative ways and technology. And so kind of put all those together, it has been a beautiful history in 30 years, but really it led me to do something different. And Blair, stop me whenever you want, because you know me, I can talk just as much as you can. I get excited. But we started, I was very happy, loved all the roles that I was in, but my husband, Scott, who's a very present co-founder and president, he told me long ago, he said, honey, you're like Goldilocks. You keep sitting in every chair at every boardroom, and you want to do things differently. It's just not quite right. And he said, why don't we just start our own company? Now, Scott is an entrepreneur and he's had an Inc. 500 company for some time. He's a beautiful entrepreneur, really understands all the tech portions, right? He is the tech master. And I thought, haha, you're very funny. I had worked for corporate for so long and I had been in the field building as well. So I just thought it's not that easy to just run and, start a company. But we did. I literally gave notice. We started getting to work. I started blogging, and this is back, years ago, and nobody knew what Bellame was. I created Bellame as the name, and I'll tell you that as well, that little story. But I created the blog, and Scott said, just start blogging about everything you love about the industry of network marketing, social selling, beauty, being a mom, being an entrepreneur. And he said, your audience, the people who are like you, will find you. And it was the best piece of advice I got. So we had over 100,000 followers on all our platforms and our newsletter before anybody ever knew we were launching a product. They just thought I was a blog. And I was doing surveys about, if you've been in the industry, what do you love about it? What did you love about the comp plan? What did you love about the culture? What did you love about the products? And then I would go out to estheticians and makeup artists, and I would do the same thing. What's your favorite product? What do you think's too hype? And we just literally built a blueprint for the entire company before we had one single product known, before anybody knew it would be an actual brand. And Bellame itself, that's a fun but short story. In that whole time frame of, I thought we were kidding when he said, let's just build a company. We were in Napa with my beautiful mother and my stepfather, and we were having dinner with my husband over a bottle of wine. And this joke started. I thought it was a joke. Let's just start our own company. And all of a sudden it morphed into this conversation of my mother saying, well, if you had a brand, what kind of products would you have? And I said, well, beauty. I love European beauty. I love pampering products, but I love products that actually work. And she came up with Bella. And I said, well, that's nice, but this industry is so much more than a nice product or beauty itself. It's how you make someone feel. It's that gift that you're able to give to others. And she said, Bellame. And the whole table went quiet. And by the next day, Scott found who owned the website. It wasn't being used. It was a domain and the whole bit. And we're walking through downtown Napa. I'm still thinking it's a joke, and he's buying the site. And the rest is kind of history. I'll stop for a second and see if there's questions.
And a 10-person tech team for your birthday. I love that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I tell people all the time. So Scott, he is from the digital marketing, affiliate marketing world. He knew nothing about network marketing or social selling. And I knew everything about the industry that I was in. He knew everything about his. We always like to say it's a perfect marriage, made there because of the two. And the innovative platform that we have is incredible. So Bellame itself, we'll talk about the product, we'll talk about anything you want, but I'm very proud that one of our products to feature is truly our platform. We are completely from scratch, and I know because I helped the tech team build it, and it was pretty incredible. We built everything from scratch, not just the shopping cart and all that. That's easy. Every brand can do that. We have the entire commission engine. If anybody listening has ever been in the industry, all the tools, everything, we do not share. It's not cookie cutter. It is all built from scratch, proprietary platform, just like our proprietary formulas. And so I always tease and say, some men give their wives flowers. Mine gave me a tech team.
Love it. I love it. And I love that, like, your focus every morning when you get up is prayer time, your first take care of yourself, and then you go right to tech. And I think that's genius, because I think that's been the problem with the companies that I've been with, is just being able to manage that tech and know that you could quickly solve problems and move forward versus sitting there waiting for someone to help you with solutions. We have the solutions. So that was huge for me when I said yes, was that we were not going to have that challenge anymore. And I'm just so grateful for it. But there are so many companies out there that compete with what we do, right? so many companies that do what we do. They sell beauty, they have comp plans, they have everything we have. What in your, because you created it, you created the comp plan, you've created the product, you've built the leadership team. What sets us apart from everyone else? Like, what did you go after to make us different?
I think that's a great question. And the number one thing we did, we didn't set out to be the best in network marketing. We set out to be the best in entrepreneurship and the best in beauty and wellness. And there is an old video that, like, when I first launched and I lived in California, and I'm in my son's old room in my makeshift office, and it was funny, but it got around. And that video, I said that exact thing. I wanted to be an omni-channel brand. I wanted to meet the customer where they were at. I loved, when we did research to start everything, and while I was blogging, I did not want to be any Me Too brand. I just didn't. And I'll explain what I mean by that. But we didn't look at companies in the industry of network marketing or direct selling. I already knew that portion of it. I looked at the best in technology. I looked and modeled our care team after Apple, by the way, because I wanted that if somebody sent in a ticket or called in or a voicemail, it automatically created a ticket. I wanted everything to be the most high touch, high tech possible. And when I looked at our customer program and our offering and our loyalty and how we wanted to pamper our customers, I looked to, and I always tell the names because I think these are great companies, Stitch Fix, which has nothing to do with our industry, but I was blown away. And it's funny, I actually bought this shirt from Stitch Fix years ago, but I was blown away by their customer care. And I thought, wow, like they made you just want to, like, it was just incredible. They pampered you and made you feel taken care of. So when it came to formulations, then that also, I didn't look in the industry and to see what was possible. I really wanted the best that you could purchase. So when we talk about our brand, it's not just a beauty brand. We really are an indie beauty brand. And it is just more innovative. When we don't compare against other companies, ourselves to other companies, because Blair, I feel this, and you've heard me say it a billion times. I love, love, love this industry. The industry is suffering in many ways, but there's so many wins for some of us. And I think that we get to help be the pioneer. I want all companies to succeed. There's so much room for so many of us to do that. And so when I look online and I see slamming of things, it's not my vibe, it's not my style, because I truly love the industry. And if somebody truly loves and understands the power of what we can do collectively as an industry, then you're going to be an advocate for all brands. And so I think what really sets us in our own little niche is that we set out to do it differently from the beginning. I don't want to be as number one. We started with 4 products as a skincare line, nothing else. People thought I was insane. Even the people that loved me and were closest to me said, "Are you crazy?" That's the hardest category to break into. And I said these exact words. I said, if I can make people fall in love with their skincare routine and actually want to wash their face at night and do their regimen, and I can make them fall in love with the results, everything else will come naturally. And so we set out with just those 4 products and we sold out. I mean, it was a crazy first year. And now we have a portfolio of over 150 SKUs, from full hair care line shampoos and conditioners to 3 regimens with that, full skincare infused makeup line, nutritional beauty. And we have just been building and building and building. So when I look at our product portfolio, especially, I want it to be something super pampering and luxurious, something you don't want to hide in, let's face it, ladies, we know that when our sinks get crazy with all the products we're trying and doing and using, I wanted something, and I said this from the beginning, with a Chanel feel, like that luxury feel. And I had not seen it in the industry, where not only did it have the feel and the beautiful packaging, but what was inside the bottle really did work. And that's why we offer our 45-day money back guarantee, and our return rates are like ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it in the industry. And we're 7 years in, not even in the industry, but in brick and mortar, in in any kind of anything you could see, we are so like our numbers are incredible because the products work. So we are very, very in tune with that. But then, you flip to the customer or to the partner side because our role is to pamper and take care of our customers because that serves our brand partners who are sharing our products. And that is like the core, right? You can build, I've been in the industry long enough to know you can build amazing companies, but if you don't have the three components that put it all together, which is obviously the products, because the products should always come first. You can't sell hype. Hype will not build a legacy. Hype will like be this short, right? You need quality products and you need things that they can't get anywhere else. Then you need a compensation plan that pays, that actually pays for the efforts for the partners. So it's making it worth their effort of sharing. And then the community really brings it all together. So those three things, I think they do set us apart. One of the biggest things that changed a few years ago is when we were looking to develop an affiliate program because let's face it, after COVID, if you've been in the industry before, I would love to hear you say, if you've been in, say, yes, been in the industry. Because the truth is, if you were in the industry during COVID, so many people had a great business point. Like everything was skyrocketing and all that kind of stuff. After COVID started to, everything started to get back to normal, people really struggled because all of a sudden it became an affiliate world and an influence world, and everybody wanted to do things online. And what we saw just in general was they wanted to not be married to one brand. Now, I always say it's very hard to chase two rabbits, right? I've never witnessed in my entire career a true entrepreneur who has built like a strong residual business that has their hand in all the different cookie jars. But there are enough people out there that our partners are servicing that want to do multiple brands or do affiliates. So a few years ago, we set out to develop an affiliate program. And because we have our own tech platform, we created everything. And you mentioned earlier that in the morning, my routine, Scott and I wake up, we both have the businesses, we sit down, we have our coffee, we read from our devotional, and then we start talking business. And that morning was no different. I was so excited because we were ready to go. I put all this energy into the affiliate program. And at the time, this is when the industry of social selling, network marketing was really trying to figure out how to get that affiliate marketer. And I told Scott all about it. And he said, tell me more. And I'm sharing with him and he said, why are you going to create two different like avenues, paths? I said, well, you have to. He goes, but why? Now, remember, he was newer to the industry. Even a few years back, he's still going, well, he's challenging me. Why? And I said, well, because an affiliate marketer, they want to represent multiple brands. He goes, so let's just let our partners represent however many they want. And I said, well, okay, it usually doesn't work that way, but what about they join for free? He goes, why don't we just let everybody join for free? And I'm like, he kept challenging me. And I'll say he was right because he said two things to me. He said, because he's from the affiliate world and digital marketing world, he said, honey, I've never met a true entrepreneur who said, let me pick the path that I can make less money. And that's what the affiliate programs would do. And the second thing he said to me, we don't have to charge fees. We don't have to charge a dime. We're in the business to help people make money, not make money off of people. Well, that kind of rocked my world a lot. Not that we were making money off anybody, but I've been in the industry for 30 years. That's not how it's worked, right? That's not how you usually have handcuffs if you're at a brand. You can only do one brand. You have to pay fees even to get your own money. Like, does that even make sense? If you make $100, you should get your $100. You shouldn't get $5, $10 less, right? And so all these like aha moments. So a few years back, we were able to introduce the world's first and still the only true omni marketing platform for entrepreneurs. And what that simply means is there's no fees. ever. There's no website fees. There's no commission redemption fees. That's what Scott calls it. I think that's great language. There's not a penny of fees. You can join for free. There's no pay to play, meaning you don't have to buy a certain big kit to unlock a level. This isn't a video game. This is life. And this is a business, and our goal is just truly to serve others.
I love it. Okay, so you personally created the comp plan. Like you did it all. Like you didn't have you, I'm sure you had some advisors, but you knew what
We
you
had
wanted. You knew what you wanted. And for me, I've experienced that. Like, I'm not driven by money, but I know when I'm making a good paycheck, that means a lot more people are making money too, right? It's like a chain reaction. Like, I always have looked at my paycheck as a report card of how my team is doing and how others are doing making income. But here, it's literally like my guys that are at the bottom, this director level, which you treat like they're at the top. I mean, I don't know if that was your genius from the beginning to let the people who just get started, they can achieve this in month one, and let's let them make thousands of dollars if they want to. Like, that to me was just like I couldn't even begin to understand it until I've experienced it month after month after month. What is it about our comp plan that you were like, we're going all in to pay, and we're going to make sure people stay, we're going to give them the product, we're going to give them the comp plan that pays them, we're going to travel them, we're going to make sure they can travel everywhere, we're going to even make sure they can get their conference for free if they want to. Like I've never seen so many giveaways. I'm like, every time you give something else away, I'm like, she really didn't have to do that. But there you go again. So tell us a little bit about designing the comp plan, and why does it pay? So, like, why are we making so much more money than I've ever made anywhere else?
Well, I think it's interesting because it stems back to something that was negative that I learned in the industry as well. I've worked for a lot of amazing companies. I've worked for some incredible CEOs and founders, many of them actually. And one in particular, I was conducting a meeting. We were working on comp, we were adjusting some things, and we were in a room full of people. And I looked at the comp plan and I'm going, I kind of called out the fact that you have all these bells and whistles at the top for the very top leaders. And I said, that's a problem because the people coming in, the people, those director levels, if you will, obviously it was a different comp plan, but those people that are coming in to make the $300, $500, there's not enough in it for what I labeled the worker bees at that time. And I said, if you really want to make top leaders happy, you will take care of their teams. So they're not always having to replace those leaders, right? Because they're making their teams happy. And I said, that's how you win. But there are so many people that just want to make $300 to $500 a month, and that's life-changing for them. And that CEO and founder looked at me in front of a room full of people, including people who reported to me, my peers, and said, Melissa, that's not our demographic. Because I said, some people just need to buy soccer shoes. Some people need to literally put milk on their tables. And I had been a single mom. So I understood that. And that was a defining moment in my life. And it really, although at the moment it was humiliating, and I was upset. I'm Latina. I was like, that's it. I'm like, I'm ready to brawl. Those are not the right words. That's not what this industry is about. But God knew what he was doing, because that was put into my heart and my soul. And when we went to do this comp plan, you're right, I had some amazing advisors, incredible. And, we got to work on the comp plan, and it's evolved over time. Our comp plan has only ever enhanced. We've never done takeaways. It really is about, we are so like into numbers and making sure that people get paid, because same thing works for us from a business standpoint. We want our leaders to be happy. If they're happy, then we're also not having to do that whole thing that our top leaders might have to do. Now, that doesn't mean we don't have a lot for our top leaders. We're going to Ireland this year. We've done all kinds of wonderful things, but you can do both. And it really is understanding how comp plans work. And this is not a slam, but it's the truth. I've been in the industry 30 years. The majority of people in corporate roles that are high executives don't understand the comp plan. And I just wanted a comp plan that was, every comp plan you have to learn, but I wanted something that made sense with no gotchas. I didn't we have something called reverse compression. And that just means that if I sign you up, Blair, and you sign up Cinda, and Cinda signs up AJ, and AJ is the one selling, and you and Cinda are just maybe doing a little bit here and there for yourselves, I don't want to penalize you. So all that gets compressed into one. And so I think things like that are really key. So that's been the comp plan motivation and really charge for the comp plan all along. And so when you look at what we pay out, we're also, just really tuned in to every little segment and what it does.
I love it. I love it. I just feel so confident because now that I'm 5 months in, I'm sorry. The first question I ask my leaders is, tell me what your paycheck was, because I need to know. I need to know.
Yeah.
You're $3,000. Yes, that means we can make five, because I wanted a place where people could make money that could replace an income, right? Like, so many women are not in jobs that they love. They're working for someone else's dream and they have no idea that there could be something for them. So women, they come in because this has been so easy. This has been my greatest lesson in life. I'm using and loving all the beauties, sharing the beauty, but to come in the back door, not knowing, because when I started, I wasn't coming in. I didn't even know what I was going to do. I just was going to start here because I was still with my prior company. And I wanted to see what could happen with 2 little products, 3 little products. And I got to see quickly that, oh my gosh, like, I'm really good at makeup and skincare, but it's really hard to duplicate that quickly. So I quickly was like, come on, guys, we're going to come in here. We're going to open a bag. We're going to pour in some of our mixes. We're going to shake it up. We're going to drink it. We're going to share what it's done. And then we can start to introduce all the amazing, because what happened for us was we bought the kit because we knew we all want a good deal. We wanted the best deal for our bang for our buck. So we got to try the foundation that I would have never tried, but I got to try it. And this right here is all I'll ever put on my face again. We got to try the shampoo and conditioner. We had to try things. And I was like, oh my gosh, the more my girls started coming over to just do this, but got to experience the beauty, they were like, what are we doing here? We can't not. Everybody's like, how did you leave all your clients? I'm like, I didn't. I just brought them to something better. So tell them a little bit about the active ingredients, and then we can talk a little bit about the edit. But when you designed this line, it was for your skin. I love that you're in your 50s and you're at that age. We're both at that age where we're starting to see aging. And honestly, with what I had, I noticed my skin aging, and natural is really good, but when you could get European standard and then add in all those active ingredients, so you've still got clean formulas that are healthy. I know you're obsessed with your formulas, and I see that because you don't put anything out there unless it's like gold seal of approval. So give us some of that, and just creating your product line and just the actives and
when we set out to do the products, that really, between the brand and the products, it was, I don't want to be a Me Too product, right? And I will tell you my own personal story. When we began building and looking for the right lab to work with on our formulations, we attended a bunch of industry events, and Scott wanted to attend them all because he wants to learn everything. He's absorbing it. So we met with all these companies that are like the typical that do our industry products. Not all of them, but the majority of them. And I got some great funny stories that came back from there, because I'm very meticulous when it comes to formulations. And it was very important to me that we had something that worked. I'm 54 right now. And so even back when we were doing all this about 8 years ago now, it was definite time for me, to pay attention to what's on my face. And it was interesting because I went and I had a whole list of what I wanted of these 4 products. And it was like my little mantra list, and it had to be good for you. It had to make your skin glow, all these things, and then the ingredients and the clinical actives and what couldn't be in the formula. And there is one little joke about it, because we were talking to all these labs. They were making samples for me based on what I wanted. And one time Scott came downstairs, and luckily it was the morning, right? And because he comes downstairs, he's got glitter all over his face. And I said, what are you doing? And he said, I just took a shower. And I said, but what's all over your face? He goes, that stuff they sent us. I said, I wanted skin to glow. One of the industry labs put glitter in the formula, like some kind of shimmer something. Anyway, my point to that is I went through so many labs to find the right partner, and we ended up finding an incredible chemist, Chris Westfall, and he was with a pharma lab, and they introduced us to some incredible technology and everything with skincare. But he said he had never worked with anyone like me. He always gets marketing teams. They didn't do it for the industry. They were more like for beauty and for doctors' offices. He said, I always get like these big companies, and their marketing director comes in and says, well, this is what's trending right now. Just give me something like this. Well, Chris and I went to work, and I would send him video. Okay, I don't like the viscosity of how this drips, or my skin the next morning didn't feel like hydrated. And it took us 9 months to develop the 4 core products. And so that's kind of been the way every single product has been. When we developed, this is our new flavor, Paradise Punch, of our Beauty Boost collagen that's coming out later this month. So we're really excited about this. But when we went to develop this, not only was I tired of watching beauty brands where you have 20-year-olds advertising anti-aging cream. It's like it becomes insulting at some point, right? So I wanted to do things differently, where it's really, the bottle's beautiful, but what's inside it is even more remarkable. And the same happened when we dove into wellness, because quite frankly, we started this because I had like a severe COVID reaction with fever, and I started losing my hair. And apparently it's a thing, and I didn't know that. And I started talking to hairdressers and my hairstylists and everybody else. So I wanted to formulate a collagen, because I am so not the hype person. I want products that work. I want things that are real. I'm smart enough to know the difference. And I feel that consumers and women our age and all ages are smart. Speak to us like we're smart. So I started looking at collagens in the marketplace and really like understanding what makes those formulas tick and what was just a bunch of hype. And I went and I sat with David Daniels, who is amazing. And we sat in the labs and we really started talking about what I wanted. And it's somewhere on video, because our videographer came along to get some shots of the lab, and we're formulating things. And it's like, I kept saying, no, but I also want this. And he'd go, Melissa. So for example, our collagen and even our electrolytes, it's all got skincare ingredients as well, but the collagen is a perfect, I'm sorry, hyaluronic acid, it's got biotin, it's got all the things.
Everything you get, like our hyaluronic is not just hyaluronic, it's sodium. Like you always get the top of each ingredient.
Yeah, like when it comes to, we'll have different sizes of the molecules when it comes to the skincare. So we believe in education. And with collagen, that's the easiest thing. I always tell people, if you go look at collagen in your local store or wherever, your vitamin store, turn around the label. Find out exactly how much of what kind of collagen it has. The majority, you'll see them advertising, oh, it's wonderful for skin, but it actually has the collagen that is bovine, which is great, but that's for joints. And it's also a fraction of the price of a hydrolyzed collagen. So there are so many things out there. And so when we develop products, that's exactly what we look for. I could go on and on about collagen because this was like.
And the baobab fruit is in everything. What turned you on about the baobab fruit, that it's in every single product in our line?
So Chris Westfall, who I mentioned before, he is the chemist who developed our Core 4, and he's the one who came to me with baobab. I didn't even know how to say it. He was just telling me about this incredible fruit. It's not inexpensive to get. Obviously, it comes from Africa. And if you have children or you had children in the time frame of Lion King, it's that upside down tree, the baobab tree. It's one of the oldest trees, one of the largest trees in history. It is incredible. It produces a baobab fruit, and you can only find this in Africa. We saw some trees in Singapore when we were there. They housed them in their gardens. It was amazing. But it has a fruit that's loaded with vitamins and antioxidants. The trunk itself holds so much water. It's such a hydrating plant and tree and fruit that falls from it. The history of this tree is incredible. What it does in formulations, though, is by far one of the most amazing, from its oils to its powder that we use in the collagen, in all our products, really. Almost every single product, I think only the eyeshadows don't have it because it's a powder for your face, so it's a little different. That's where we try never to be a hype company, right? We're always going to be transparent and real. But Baobab is at the foundation of everything we do. It's in our shampoos and conditioners. It does everything.
Why am I so in love with these shadows? Like I was using professional shadows and paying $50 for four, and I get this whole compact that is like literally a lead compact. You can't
I know.
track your product. You get a full size mirror. I think it's like 60 something. I honestly don't know. I can't keep up with prices anymore. But what in the world is in these formulas of these shadows that they're so silky?
So when we went to formulate those shadows, we actually started with our Luxe color palette. So it has the blush and all this stuff in the foreshadows, and that's a story in itself. I literally was obsessed with the feel of Chanel, and I always say this because hey, it's a great brand. And I was obsessed with the pigmentation of MAC. So I literally went to the chemist and the labs, and I sent samples that I liked, and I said, "See, they're both great for in their own respect, but I want the best of both worlds." So we went to work on shades and colors. And when you feel these shadows, like to put your finger in the shadow, it's like so luxurious and silky, but the payoff in the pigmentation is big. So we don't just create formulas, we work with professional makeup artists, we work with professional advisors and everything else. And another thing we do is we work with our leaders. So we want to make sure that what we are putting out is something that everybody loves and also something that really works.
And I love that you just said that because I just became a tester of all the products. So now I get to see all of your magic that you're creating. And I know might not all come to fruition, but I love just seeing what's coming next and getting to feel and experience. And everything is just so luxury. I'm like, what? Where has this been all my life? So as we finish, tell us a little bit about this because it's this month. You'll watch this later and it won't be free, but I think this is the greatest gift you've ever given. With a $49 order, this is magical. Like me and Lane used it while in Mexico. You don't burn, you tan. I need a bigger bottle. I was putting it everywhere, but especially to protect my neck, my chest, my face. Tell us about this formula because is this a newer product for y'all? I'm not sure.
No, so that came out. So that's Lux Soleil. It came out a couple of years ago, and we've been around for 7 now. And that was our number one request, is for us to have an SPF, and that's the perfect example of how we formulate. I was not prepared to do it till we could get it right. We worked on that baby for years, and we went to different chemists because not everybody develops that. And it is an incredible formula. It is free right now with any $49 purchase, but they'll be gone in probably about a week because we are getting a new fresh shipment in. So we're like, we need that one out to replace with the other. So get it while you can because it'll be out of stock for a little bit, maybe like a month or two
How much
while we
does
get
this
the new
retail?
stock
How
in.
much is this? What is this?
49.
Retail for? 49.
$49. But let me tell you the magic of this formula. It is a hybrid SPF. So it's a chemical and physical. So you get the best of both worlds from sun protection and all the things. But I am obsessed with everything skincare infused. So this Lux Soleil, many people use it as a primer. Many people use it instead of a moisturizer. And it is that amazing. It doesn't leave a white cast regardless of your skin tone. It is absolutely amazing. It feels like you're putting on the most luxurious skincare product you've ever had. So you can understand why some people mix it and they'll make a BB cream out of it. And I think SPF in itself, when it comes to beauty, the two biggest things in aging really are, you look at all the things you're exposed to, right? In pollutants and all the kind of things, as well as sun and sun damage. So that was a really important thing for us to launch it. I have to use that every day. But most people don't realize that it's not only when you go outside that you need it. Me, I'm in front of a giant monitor. That exact thing, because it has blue light protection as well. So you have all the things that you're being exposed to every single day, and people forget that you're literally aging your skin while you're sitting in front of that screen all day. You need to really make sure that you are taking care of it as well. So it is a fabulous product.
When did you add in the Korean beauty? When did that come into play? Because that's such a buzz out there. And I mean,
Yeah.
our protein cream, our indulgence, like you will never take that away from me. You can take away everything but that one product. So when did, because I know that's a newer product that came the month I think I
Yeah.
came in. What got you involved with the Korean? And tell them a little bit about that.
So we actually started with K Beauty when it came to the sheet masks. So we have a 7-day refresh masks, which are they're collagen masks, and they're 7 different treatments in one box. So you get seven masks. They're amazing. They're all infused with collagen and baobab, but they have different targets. So you'll get like red ginseng, you'll get hyaluronic acid, all kinds of different things in there. Green tea. And when we first went to develop those are the kind of things you really learn as you're manufacturing some of these things. If even in the US, if you go to the top spa you can find, right? Maybe in New York or something else, and you go to their shop and you want a sheet mask, look on the back. All the amazing sheet masks are made in Korea. It is their forte. And so that's when we really started to work with our teams over there. Then the Rose Glow eye mask came next. And that's really when we were still in the skincare segment. It wasn't until then we began to reformulate our foundations. So that's another biggie for me. I think when it comes to the world of beauty, I think it's not represented in our space, in our industry, as far as not enough shades of foundation, not enough shades for inclusivity and for all skin types and all those kind of things. So I wanted to like take it up a notch. So we added vegan collagen. It's got all the antioxidants. I'm talking about our foundations, and we added even more shades. We worked with our chemist in Korea on that. At the same time, our beautiful cream blushes and contours that'll be coming out in May, but also our 18 new shades of lipsticks and our 6 shades of our the lip liner that just feel like butter, and the new eyeliners that are brown and the black. And then we started in on the more skincare formulations, and we have a lot more up our sleeves. But the indulgence is the best thing I think I've ever tried in my life. And that's like, people always ask me, if you had to like have one product, what would it be? It's really hard because we have a lot of amazing ones, but that product is like knock your socks off product. It really is. You'll never go without it.
This is another knock your socks off. So we had a product in beauty control called Tight, Firm, and Fill. Okay. And it was legendary. It was like iconic. Like we were all so sad when it was gone because it literally like ironed lines and wrinkles out. And then came the Dream Luxe and it did the exact same thing. So tell them a little bit about this. Actually is in our edit, and our edit is such a unique blend of monthly our best sellers. Like so many companies take these little boxes and they put them out there of just things they want to move out, right? They just want to get rid of some inventory.
Right.
That has never happened over here. Like what's in this edit, the toner. I'm obsessed with this mask. How many times a week do you use your mask? Are you a mask girl? Do you use that a
We
lot?
were just talking about this because I'm obsessed with a new kind of beauty hack. And it's always our partners who give me the hacks. It's great. But this time it was Natalie, our social media manager. So we were doing a photo shoot on this, and this one was like one of our first skincare products after the Core 4. And it has been an amazing, amazing seller. The beautiful thing about this mask, and then I'll tell you how I use this particular one. If you can't use retinol, this is an incredible alternative. So it has all the items in there that's really going to help exfoliate, but more in a natural way. But it also has the things that, like, this is the one where when we were developing, Chris also developed this as well, because it has like resveratrol and fruit extracts and all these incredible antioxidants, and of course baobab. And this is the one that I had to wake up in the morning and feel dewy. And literally, if I didn't feel dewy enough, okay, my level of, there's a chemist word for you. If it's not dewy enough, let's go back. We need more, it's like, it's
More
Saturday. I'm getting a little silly. Remember more cowbell Saturday night? This is like, for me, it would be like more dewiness, more dewiness. And so this product it's heavenly. You use it, I use it every night. Truth be told, I use this product every night. And then now a couple of times a week, I will add, and this was Natalie's hack, and then we added to the hack. I mix this in. I'm going to give you a new obsession. Half indulgence moisturizer, half Dream Lux. You mix it in, you apply it to your face, and then you wait maybe a minute while you brush your teeth, whatever it is, and then you pump out some of the new formulated facial oil and you press it in. Not only does it smell heavenly, you feel like the next morning when you wake up, like you literally were asleep and somebody came and gave you a facial. It is knock your socks off.
Now, I missed that the oil was reformulated. I just thought we had a new pump bottle. I didn't realize new
Oh yeah,
formulation.
it's a whole next level, next level.
I love that. So you take the products that are already amazing, because I love that product, and you make them even better. And it wasn't a dropper. And while I only had one hand for so many weeks, I learned that it's really much easier with one hand to just do that. So
For a
that was
pump.
another product I could use. Tell them about the toner, because you just leveled up the toner too, and that's part of this monthly edit.
Yes.
This began.
Yeah, so most people don't think that, there was a time there when astringent was the thing. And then people are like, well, you don't need to balance your skin levels if you're doing this, this, and that. But today's New World toners do something very different if they're formulated correctly. This particular one is more like a detox and clarification for your skin. It really works on brightening it and doing all the things. We did reformulate this one as well. And what you'll see, and when we came out with it, we kind of gave the differences, but it has higher level of the actives as well as more. So this is based on, it comes clear. So if you show it up again, if you will, there you go. And when she shakes it up, so all the charcoal powders at the very bottom, this has, of course, baobab, but it's got charcoal powder, it's got witch hazel, salicylic acid, it's got glycolic acid, it's lactic acids. It's literally jam-packed with things that are going to help brighten, detox, and really clarify your skin. It's a must-have. I use this twice a day. That some people once a day, I use it twice a day.
Okay, good to know. And also in the edit, this little miracle, I'm obsessed with it. I don't have and you even did it with the beautiful mask brush. I mean, everything is so luxury here, and everything that just looks like a spa clay, that you would want to.
And it smells good, great too, right?
And all masks are drying. This one actually has the oils in it. So when you get through, your skin's not dried out like a lot of the mud masks are.
Exactly. So that's one of my favorites as well. And if I want to do like a full day of everything, I will, we could go on and on about this, but I'll do the illuminating polish, then the toner, then the mask, and then finish with a sheet mask on the end. So this mask here will tighten your pores and the appearance of pores, because this is where I'm real big on education. You can't actually tighten pores, but you can temporarily, right? And that is what it's about. And but it also has all the ingredients to brighten your skin, smooth. So if you're like having a date night out, it's the perfect kind of add-on to your ritual before getting ready, because it will just make your face feel like the smoothest canvas out there. And when you're really talking about the edit itself, you just mentioned at the beginning, these are every single month, it is an edit, which is literally a curated collection of our bestsellers. It's not anything we're trying to get rid of. It's not anything like that. It's literally a way to introduce our customers and reward loyal customers with beautiful products they're going to use. They're replenishable products. So many times you'll find the shampoo and conditioner in them, and we never put them back to back. So you're getting the same thing. Oh, yeah.
I love it. You give them a little wellness, a little skincare. Sometimes they get a little hair care, but this edit is $270 for 149. Yes. And once you subscribe and save with it, you start getting back 15%, because the subscribe and save here sold me. When I'm like, okay, my clients can get 20% off. They get 10% if they're a new client, first time order, not on this, because this is deeply discounted. But if they get that 20% plus 10, all my new clients get 30% off. That is insane. Then on the back side of it, they get back 15% and free shipping as long as it's over 49. so generous. And then I'm going to let you talk about this and we'll kind of, that'll be our last product to talk about because I love that
I love that.
everything we've created is so that we as brand partners can have, I call it mailbox money. I call it money while you sleep. I call it like the residual income that just keeps paying and paying. Because this right here, I have a thick brow and I have pretty good lashes, but I'm doing it every day now and I'm seeing the lengthening. I'm seeing what
So
all this
different.
little magic. This would be like Latisse, or this would be compared to some of the other lash and brow boosts, but everything you create and the price. Go ahead. You tell them about this because I know you
So
love this product.
this is a little magic bottle. And not only that, this is the perfect example of, I know you can't feel it when you're watching it, everybody, but this particular bottle, it's gorgeous. It's just beautiful. You want to keep it out on your counter as well. It has clinical results. It's for lash and brow. So one of the unique things to this product, you will find lash and brow, but it'll usually be two different serums. And so you're buying two different bottles. The price on this being $49 is like off the charts, amazing. It's a hydrating formula, so so it really works to help your lashes during the phases that you naturally lose lashes. That just happens all the time. So it keeps them there a little longer. It hydrates them as well as has the growth activators in it, which is a big deal. But the biggest difference between this and maybe what you would buy for $150 instead would be that it's safe for your eyes when it comes to the risk of discoloration. I have a friend who's got blue eyes. She cannot use some of those name brands because she ended up if they get a speck in it, it can, and it's been known and to take color. So you'll she has like a little brown speck. So she's always been deathly afraid of these. It has no prostaglandin, and that's a big deal. So it's formulated more with natural things that are going to really help, but it really is the growth activators. It's got caffeine in it, all the amazing things. This is one of our new top sellers. It's been a beautiful product.
Okay, and then we'll close with a little bit of the future. What do you see? What do you see happening in the future of our industry, in the future of Bellamy? Like, what are you most excited about?
I mean, I think the industry itself is going to keep evolving. It's going to keep changing, and with that, it is already a new world. I think one of the things, and I don't want to forget to tell your viewers this, but to reach out to you because we do things so differently here. And I will share that, having been in the industry for so long, and there's things that if you're an experienced leader, companies throw out bridge packages and things like that, and that's fine for that company. The problem is that leaders in this space right now, because there are many brands who have closed their doors, there are many brands that have needed to go. I say needed because I can't pretend to understand the back ends of other brands, but they've gone more affiliate route, reduced compensation plans, things like that. And so there have been a lot of people looking for new homes. And we're very committed to the mentor model here. It is so important to me that I know that there are brands out there throwing out bridge packages. For me, to align with what, our way of serving our leaders, we have such a beautiful compensation plan that we decided to put our money where our mouth is and really offer a guaranteed commission. Like telling our brand partners that when they come in and they build a business at any of our 6 top levels, that we're going to guarantee their commissions during the first 6 months when they hit those levels. And we're doing it more like a highlight spotlight of our comp plan. And I'm excited by that, but we're doing that through May. So through May 31st, anybody who joins and enrolls can take part of that for their first 6 months. And we're only doing it through May 31st because it's a manual process, but it's something that's so near and dear to my heart that we know that we put our backing and our investment into our brand partners and our leaders. And instead of tying yourself to a bridge package where you can only do that brand forever now, or at least for a year or two, we wanted to do something that really goes, we are this good, we'll prove it. And not only that, it's not just for the person coming over, it's for the people that they enroll and the people they mentor. Because that's been a hard part in the industry. I think that's really hurt the industry, is so many of these kind of packages going out that it hurts the people really building and their teams because the teams don't get anything. So that's a little bit of the business side. But from an industry standpoint, I believe the industry has the strongest pulse it's ever had, but it's a different pulse. And it really is the part where it's connecting that mind, heart, and soul and the fire in the belly that is going to bring the pioneers of the new age of entrepreneurship to this future. Our future at Bellame is continuing to really create beautiful products alongside our brand partners who want to build a legacy brand. My goal is to always be that mentor model and really be the one that I understand without a doubt after 30 years in this industry, this business does not move without the brand partners who are leading it. You know, we can only do so much as a company. We can create the most amazing products. We can do all the things, but it's partnering with people that really want to make a difference. We are a Christian-led company. I've been very vocal about that. We love everyone. That is key. But you know,
You still love me.
yeah,
I love that. And I'm going to be honest with you, that could have been something that would have turned me off. But you did it so beautifully. And what it showed me was a woman with integrity, a woman who cares about more than just her company. Like to me, it showed like people over profit. And it showed that your priorities are not just to run hard for the rest of your life to make a bunch of money. Like you said it at the last retreat that I got to meet you at. You aren't interested in being $1 billion company. You want to touch 1 billion lives. And I love that. I love that we can love everybody where they're at, but you started this company, you're the founder, and I love that you're praying over us all the time. How many times you've told me that I was at your dinner table and you had been praying over me that my business would be everything that I wanted it to be. And just it has always made me feel so included, not included. And that was really important to me, because I was that girl who didn't always fit in, but it's because I'm different and I'm unique. And God's supposed to have certain people together, so that everybody can understand we're all just trying to do the same thing here. We're trying to learn, we're trying to love, we're trying to grow as women and as individuals and as entrepreneurs. Like you said, we're entrepreneurs, and it's not always the easiest thing. It's why everybody doesn't join us, right? Because they're afraid of what if I fail? But I'm constantly like, what if I wouldn't have said yes at 21? What if you wouldn't have said yes at 21? Imagine all the lives in our 50s that we wouldn't have touched had we just thought that, oh, can't do it because I'm scared. So I'm just going to say, always believe that somebody is going to have belief in you that does. In fact, Melissa had to instill her belief in me because I didn't know if I could start over again. I didn't know if I had it in me. My first company closed. I was with my second company suddenly, and I had a huge business. And then the second company I was with for 7 years, and I absolutely loved it. But some things changed in the company, and there was no longer an alignment. And I knew I needed to make a change, and I didn't know how or where I was going to go. And I found Kristen and I found Melissa, and I found a safe place where I feel like all women who come here are thriving because they're a part of something so much bigger than a company that's about making profit. I love that there's zero investors. I love that we're a debt-free company. I love that you've been recognized as an Inc. 500 and you have all these accolades and you're still just humble pie. Everybody in our brand knows we get on a call with you once a month as leaders, a hustle and heart call. Then I'm sure this week we're going to be on another call with you that's just going to celebrate and recognize all of our top achievers for the month. And then I'm coming to meet you again for reals, in beautiful Huntington Beach. And I will tell you the biggest shock for me and for all of my leaders that earned this, and there wasn't a large group that earned the Huntington Beach. You had to work for it, but it's, growth mode for us. And I'll never forget all of my leaders going, why did we just get an $800 check? What is going on? And I messaged you, I'm like, what was that for? And you go, well, that's to take care of your airfare. And I'm like, what? My airfare? Oh, okay. And this is like a leaders retreat. I don't even know what Bella Vision is. I'm just so super excited. I know that everything you've put in front of me, I have been blown away at how beautiful you make everything look. So the marketing's there, the leadership's there, the products are there. Melissa's there, and she really embraces everyone. And she just went international, and her and I have been on these, like, I am not an international business girl, but I am learning so much from her to help support the international markets because I have a big market now, or a growing market. And it's just everything, everywhere I turn, it's surprise, it's delight, it's joy, it's gratitude, it's feeling so grateful that I found something that really aligns with my soul. And that just means it's more for both of us than just making money. I don't think Melissa really needs the money. I tell people that. I go, Melissa, I think this is her passion business. I know she wants to make money because that's important for the future generations. And this is a legacy business. I've been in the industry for 37 years. And for 5 months, I've been able to tell my daughter that one day this business will be yours. And she looks at me like I'm crazy. She's like, oh, but she's like, okay, and I'm like, we'll figure it out as we go. She's my daughter's about
Yeah.
her second daughter, her second son. Sorry. She's got two boys. And I love that I have more freedom now working for this company than I've ever had in the past. I was running crazy. I'll never forget Cinda Trexler, my leader, said, we're not going to have to work as hard over here. And I couldn't grasp it. I was like, what do you mean we're not going to have to work as hard? She's like, because this right here. And I'm like, you're right. Oh my gosh. We bring people in the front door. It's simple and easy. It's duplication happening fast because everybody has aches and pains. We can serve in some way. And then the whole thing just opens up and you're like, wow. Like I tell people, I feel like this is the Disneyland of direct sales. Like this is the lottery that we have hit here with you. And I never take it for granted. And I love, love, love the new CEO corner that you just put into play. Like you just keep giving and keep creating and ways for us to give our voice and our opinions to be heard. And it's everything. It's everything because I got opinions, as you know, and you just walk through life with me. And as I told you, you're stuck with me now. I won't go anywhere. We get to go together. We're the same age, and I'm so grateful for you. So thank you for taking this time. If someone invited you to see this, and it's not me, go back to them. There is enough business out there for everyone. And I hope this gets shared everywhere, guys. Go to the person that invited you here and tell them you want more information, you have questions. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. And fear is just false evidence appearing real. That's all it is. It's something we make up in our head. It's something you can work
Yes.
through in seconds of just taking a leap of faith, which is what I had to do. I had to have that courage to say, you know what, I'm going to change. It's not what I want. I know I can do better. I can serve better. I can help more women. And that is why I'm here. And now you get to see what attracted me to here because I talked to Melissa before I joined. I tried products for 30 days before I joined. I had many night conversations with Kristen for hours before I joined. And then once I joined, it was just, let's go, let's go, let's do this. And so Melissa's like, what's Blair doing? Because she knows I'm high energy and I'm here. I'm here to blow this thing up.
And before we let everybody go, I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to give them a little sneak or a little, I don't know, pull the shade back and part of our conversation, because I think where you and we align on so much, everything really. And one of the things I think that we get really excited about is there is a whole generation of industry leaders and people who love this business that I think have felt pushed aside with today's social selling landscape, if you will, right? Through the influencer mode, through all those things. And it's time to bring everybody back out because we have, and I'm going to say it for my age, right? And your age, and you and I are basically the same age, but we have so much to give. We're leaders. We know what to do, when to do, how to serve. And I'm calling a movement for it because I think that our generation has been ignored. And that's really the base way to say it. It's been ignored when we are the leaders. When you look at beauty in general in this industry, and there's a lot of great companies out there. Unfortunately, the majority of those companies are being run by men executives, which blows my mind, right? So when you just start peeling back the layers of all the opportunity for somebody and to really use those beautiful leader moments that they know and they're best at, and let's face it, women are really good at that anyway, right? We are natural leaders. So I'm just excited to call out all the Gen X and the baby boomers and let's go because we know beauty, we know what we love for our skin, we know what we love for our health, and we know how to serve others. So I'm really excited about that kind of little movement that we've created together.
Love it. And this is a baby company. And that was another reason I wanted to be a part of it. And my husband immediately was like, "Yes, go. Let's see what we can do here," because all the pieces were there. Everything that I ever was looking for was here, already created. Subscribe and saves, create an offer, products that, we could afford, being able to pay wholesale, not retail on the front end. Like I could write a book, no fees, no fees, no monthly, no yearly, no fees for website. Like it literally is free to join. And then this month, and it'll be different every month, we have a build a kit where we can show you how to shop 55% off, which is insane. Plus get all kinds of freebies on top of that. So April is a great month. I believe April is such a defining month in our industry. It's before all the kids get out of school. It's before everybody's life gets crazy. And this is something that is truly a show and tell business. This is not a business where I have to sit down anymore and go through a whole makeover with women. If you want to build a business around these three products, this is including the cognitive energy. That's a whole nother call that you got to have at RA. But if you want to build a business to start around three products, join for free and just dip your toe in the water and see what's possible. I promise you, like we can show you how to do that now. It doesn't have to be overwhelmed with how do I match skin color tones? How do I put together a skincare system? You don't have to worry about that. You just have to come in and let's finish it with your favorite. You're not drinking your favorite mermaid juice. Tell them about mermaid water and why it's so yummy. And then we really will close. And that you usually are drinking those
Okay.
2 a day.
He told you all we could talk.
We're almost
All
done.
right, we just have fun, right? So yeah, because I ended up with I take about 3 of these a day, but so mermaid water and actually glow juice really is any beauty boost mixed with hydrate boost. And you can actually get glow juice with this bottle and all of that. And there's a beautiful special on that too on the site. And it is just the best of all worlds because you are getting the skincare added with the electrolytes that your body needs. Hydrate Boost is also one of our top sellers. And you think of all those in the market that they have, I used to buy electrolytes, and this is so beautiful. It's the only one out there that actually has skincare benefits too. So mixed together, we have called this glow juice. And the mermaid water is literally the coconut colada hydrate boost, which is delicious, and added with the lemon lime beauty boost. So we also have unflavored beauty boost coming back towards the end of next week, and then salted caramel, and then later this month, paradise punch. So we'll have 4 flavors of the beauty boost, and then of course our 4 flavors of the hydrate boost.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So it's just so much fun here. Like I always know there's something to look forward to here. I don't ever have to overthink anything because all the systems are in place. All I truly did was just plug into what was given to me and I ran hard and we're going to break $1 million this month, Melissa.
That's incredible. You all, and you are okay. I know we keep saying we're going to let you go, but I do want to say Marnie, she's just been leaving some amazing comments, but this is really special. She said, because of Bellame at 67, I actually feel I have something to give. Thank you. Like if that doesn't set someone's soul on fire, then, I don't know what will. And I say that because when looking at, you've been talking about just if you only have a couple products and you can do it through that, you built a business, Blair, that was based on a couple of products. And you are proof positive that somebody can come in. You don't need to know the whole portfolio of products. Find what you love and run with it. And you have done just that. Something else very special because she's almost at the very, very top. Like literally, she's only been here 5 months. And she's like right there, about to break the next one. Like this is just incredible. And to do it based on a couple of passionate products that you have shows something. It shows this business is based on energy and passion, but also like getting back to basics to go into the future. And getting back to the basics are the simple, you have fun with your wellness bars and just a couple of people getting together. You all are having so much fun. And in the meantime, you're also impacting a lot of lives, which to me, that's the perfect combination of any business.
It's been such a fun ride, and I can't believe I get to do this forever. And I will thank you until the end because you had to have a very uh, huge like leap of faith to do this, to just start something and not know where it was going to go. But that's what I love about you. You're visionary, you're bold, you're brave. You do things that the rest of the world's not doing in our industry because you believe so much in the mentor model. And I love that. And that's just our comp plan, and you should just take a look at it. I've got a great video that AJ did that's just a breakdown of the comp plan, and it just literally just breaks it down. If you're curious, let me know. And whoever you're talking to, I'm happy to send you the comp plan. So just drop comp plan video. If you're interested in more info and you're looking, don't be afraid to say info. Like create that create that energy for yourself that shows the world, yes, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of working 9 to 5. I want more. I want more. I want to do more. I want to serve more. I want to help more. And this is the perfect way. Like this is a great month coming up. It's Nurses Week. It's Teachers Week. It's there's so many great things coming up where we can just show appreciation and love and pamper women. And that to me is what we're here for. It's this beautiful self-care pampering brand that every woman needs, maybe doesn't know she needs it, but there's luxury in every product because Melissa's going to make sure if it's good enough for you guys, it's good enough. She's going to make sure it's over the top. So thank you guys for hanging out with us for this hour. We are so excited I am so excited about the future. I cannot wait to get to Bella Vision and see what that's all about. There's 5 different trips we go on a year. I was like, yes, I love to travel. My love language. Our conferences in San Diego this year. I was like, yes, thank you. Just excitement and fun every single day. I wake up to more excitement than I thought I could possibly have the day before. Like I asked my husband, I said, are you sick and tired of me? He goes, no, I'm so glad you're not complaining anymore. He goes, I'm just so glad you're happy. So it brings joy into your life to know that you're impacting everyone around you, not just the women in the business, your families, your kids, the people that really mean the most to you. So thank you, Melissa, for being a part of my huge circle of influencers that I get to, absolutely partner with you for the rest of my life. And you guys, it's what makes this brand so unique is this woman right here. So never say never. You never know what you could do, big or small, whether it's $100 or it's $10,000 a month. Like it's all there, and we can teach you how to do that. So y'all have an amazing rest of your weekend. Thank you again, Melissa. You are the best. And if you guys have
Thank you for that.
questions, message whoever invited you here or pop in below or private message me, and we will talk some more soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks
Bye,
again.
everybody. Have a good Saturday. Bye.